press the button to get started.
Your turn.
And your time is up.
Does game night grind to a halt because someone takes forever on their turn? Hi, I'm Caroline, and I'm on a mission to end slow game nights with Game Night Timer. Press the button, the countdown starts, the LEDs and LCD show you how much time you have left, and when the sound hits, your turn is up. In the last videos, we used our Raspberry Pi to build a timer with LEDs, a 16x2 LCD, and a piezo buzzer. Today, we'll ditch the piezo buzzer and pair it with a Bluetooth speaker for custom alerts. I'll even show you how to record and use your own custom audio for the project. If you're watching this in 2025, I'm giving away 3 Google AI Voice Kits version 1, one in September, October, and November. Stay tuned to the end for how to enter. Now let's get started. The materials you'll need for this project are, and I am feeding off of the previous videos that I've already done, so if you want something more in-depth, I will link to those below. For this video, we are using our Raspberry Pi and all the peripherals that you'll need. You'll need a power cable, mouse, keyboard, monitor, whatever you need. We're going to use 3 LEDs, red, yellow, and green, 3 330 ohm resistors, 1 push button. We are not using a buzzer because instead we're going to use this Bluetooth speaker. So make sure you have that charged up. And now we're going to use our LCD screen. Now I did wire this up in the previous video and it does have that backpack on it. Now if you want to record your own custom audio, you will need a USB microphone. You can also Google search for free audio sounds such as alarms and beeps to download. For the final product, I do have these 3D printed cases, and I will link to those as well. I did cheat a little bit, and I purchased these LEDs that have the resistors already included. That makes the project just a little bit easier. If you're looking for these, I will link down below to this product. And those are the items you'll need for this project. And we are starting off with our default Raspberry Pi desktop. I'm going to open up a web browser and go to my GitHub page where all of the code is loaded. And I'm also going to open up a terminal. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a sudo apt update and sudo apt upgrade. Right click, copy, just to make sure we've got everything up to date. Right click paste and put that into my Raspberry Pi terminal. I am now going to copy all the code over, right click copy, and then I'm going to right click paste in the terminal. And this is a git clone, enter. And if you did the tutorial of a previous video in this series, you can skip this step because you've already done it. And now that we've copied everything over, we should see a new folder called Game Night Buzzer. I will double click on this. The folder we'll be working with in this tutorial is pi-speaker. I'll double click on that. And the first file that we will use is 1-LEDs. That means you need to have your LEDs wired up. Let me throw up my wiring diagram. The green is wired up to GPIO 23, yellow LED is wired up to GPIO 24, and my red LED is wired up to GPIO 25. And let's test out our LEDs. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to open this up in Genie and let's run LEDs. And they are blinking green, yellow, red. And now we know our LEDs are wired correctly. I'm going to Control C to get out of this. And then let's go back over to our Pi speaker. And next we're going to work on the button. Now let me once again throw up my Game Night Timer wiring diagram. And the button is going to be wired to GPIO 17. Open up button, 3- button. I'm going to open up in Genie. And let's test the button. So I'm going to hit the run button. And it says I need to press the button to start. And you see all the LEDs light up and it acknowledges I have pressed the button. And then I can do it again. We've got our button wired up correctly. Control C. Next, we're going to make sure our LCD works properly. Once again, I'll throw up my wiring diagram here, the LCD screen. And if you want to see a more in-depth review of wiring this up, I will link to another video where I wired up this LCD screen in grave detail. But essentially, you've got to wire up the SCA to GPIO 2, SCL to GPIO 3, your VCC to one of the 5-volt pins, and ground to ground. Now that we have our LCD connected, I'm going to go over to my Raspberry icon, click there, and then I'm going to go over to Preferences, and I'm going to go over to Raspberry Pi configuration. We do need to enable LCD screen, and I'm going to click on Interfaces, and I'm going to click on I²C. I'm going to hit Enable. I'm going to click OK, Updating Configuration. Yes, I would like to reboot. I'm going to test my LCD. I'm going to open up /test LCD in Genie, and let's test this LCD. I'm going to run the file, and we need to check the LCD for a message. Our message is, welcome to game night. Excellent. I'm going to hit Control-C to get out of this, and we go back to our Pi speaker folder, and the next step is optional. I'm going to clear off my LCD now. Next, we are going to make sure the speaker works. Now, you've got a couple of options. First, we're going to double click on audio, and then there are different WAV files that you can just try out. The easiest way to get this to work is simply plug in to the 3.5 millimeter jack of your Raspberry Pi. Now, not all speakers have a 3.5 millimeter jack input. We are going to use a Bluetooth for this one, which is a little bit more common, but it takes a few more steps. To do a Bluetooth speaker, first I'm going to turn on my Bluetooth speaker. It is now on. Then I'm going to click on Manage Bluetooth Devices, and I'm going to add a device. It's searching for Bluetooth devices, and my Bluetooth device is speaker 025A. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to click pair. Now, some of them you will have to put it into pairing mode of some kind. I got a pairing failed. So here is my little workaround. If you run into my problem, because I don't know how to put my speaker into pairing mode, is I'm going to click on the Bluetooth icon. I'm going to click Make Discoverable. Then I'm going to click Add Device again. So you may or may not have to do this step. And then you're going to find your speaker. I found my speaker. I've clicked on my speaker. I'm going to click pair, and it says pairing successful. Right click on the volume icon to select as your audio device. Click OK. Now I'm going to stop making my Raspberry Pi discoverable. Stop discoverable. Then I'm going to right click on my volume, and right now it's still set to that 3.5 millimeter jack. I'm going to click on my speaker, and I want to make sure my volume is 100%. Excellent. All right, let's do start-cd.wave.
Press the button to get started.
That was something I recorded. Let's say your time is up, so I recorded this. I'm going to double click on this.
And your time is up.
There is your VLC media player. A few of the files that I've recorded for this. Now I will, after we get this working, I will show you how to record your own WAV file. Let's go back to our Pi speaker folder, and let's right click timer-wave-audio-speaker, and let's open this up in Genie. Let's now run timer-wave-audio-speaker.py. Hit the run button.
Press the button to get started.
Let's press the button. And it is counting down.
And your time is up.
And your time is up. That is the custom audio that I recorded. If you want to get it started again, press the button. And there we go. And let's see if you can restart it. Yes, you can. You can restart it at any time.
And your time is up.
Now that I've shown you the demo, I'll show you how you can record your own audio. Step 1 to record your own audio for this project, you want a USB microphone, and then you're going to plug in that USB into the Raspberry Pi. And we are going to install a free program called Audacity on our Raspberry Pi. And I've included those in the instructions right here, sudo apt install Audacity. Copy that, and we're going to go over to our terminal, right click, and we're going to paste sudo apt install Audacity. hit enter. Yes, I want to continue. Excellent, we have installed Audacity, so let's go over to our Raspberry icon and then go to sound and video, and lo and behold, there is Audacity. And here is Audacity. I click audio setup and I'm gonna hit recording device, and then there is my microphone. I'm gonna select my microphone and then I can just start recording. Hello, this is a test for my YouTube video. I'm gonna stop it, delete the part you don't need, backspace. I need to save this as a WAV file, so I'm gonna hit export, export as a WAV, and then let's go over to home. Let's put this in the folder for Game Night Buzzer, and we're working in the Pi speaker folder. And let's put this in the audio folder, and I'm gonna call this test YT. I'm gonna hit save, hit OK. Now let's test this out. So let's go back over to the Pi speaker, and let's go to audio, and I see test-YT. Open that. Hello, this is a test for my YouTube video. Hello, this is a test for my YouTube video. And there it is. I have recorded a audio. Let's go back over to Genie. The name of this file is test-YT. What I'm gonna do is intro sound. I'm just gonna change the intro sound. Test-YT-wave. I'm gonna save this, and let's play and let's see if it works. Hello, this is a test for my YouTube video. And there you go. So that is where I've changed the opening audio. You can go through and change this to whatever you want. Now, if you want different beeps or something like that, I suggest you go over to your internet browser. And if you're looking for a beep sound, see if you can get some free sounds. Beep sound, free, royalty free. Go to this website, download some free sounds, and upload them and make those your sounds for your game night timer. And now I've reconnected all of the wires with a breadboard. I put all the grounds together on this breadboard because I just don't have that many ground pins on the Raspberry Pi. The LCD is in this integrated panel. This is the front panel of the Raspberry Pi case now, and I will leave a link to an STL file in the description, and this is for the button, and then you can see how I've plugged everything together inside, and then this is a lovely case for your Raspberry Pi. And that's the Bluetooth speaker version. One button to flip turns, LEDs for color warnings, and an LCD timer and your own audio. Faster turns, fewer arguments, no confusion. Stay tuned, we'll continue this series with different hardware, such as this Google AI Voice Kit version 1. Now, if you're watching this in 2025, I'm giving away these Google AI Voice Kit version 1s. The Raspberry Pi 3 is not included. You'll need to provide your own Pi. It's US only, and I cover standard shipping within the United States. To enter for September 2025, comment on any eligible landscape video I post this month. The description will say it's eligible and include links to the official rules and the entry form. Then submit that form. Entries run September 1st through the 30th. I'll go live to randomly draw and announce a winner in October. Full rules are linked in the video's description. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.